As a Republican, I bashed Biden. But Harris's far-left ideas scare me even more. It's with own ideas that conservatives can show moderates and independents that her presidency would decrease the quality of life for most. Voters are about to learn that Democratic presidential nominee is far more progressive than the rest of the bad news. Conservatives played a large role in helping to push aside and to clear the way for promotion. In a great example of be careful what you wish for is as progressive as portrayed to be. That is great for leftists, but awful for conservatives. And it will really test the beliefs of moderates. I admit that I did not see candidacy and potential presidency coming. A lot of conservatives didn't. I realize now how stupid and short-sighted that sounds. Let me explain. Have savagely ripped for 8 years and the for decades. That's a long time to catch flack. When took a turn for the worse, he became an obvious target for criticism. Not the 81-year-old commander-in-chief himself exactly, but the leadership who denied reality while backing a leader who clearly wasn't fit to serve another 4 years. It was an egregious error that needed to be pointed out. The commentary almost wrote itself could have been so deceitful. Were they gaslighting? Don't they care about democracy? The questions were important. And a bit of relief from the constant flogging Republicans have taken in the media for years. Finally, there's a new target. I didn't think they would pivot and choose Harris. I also didn't think Harris would be a compelling candidate. Who would vote for a candidate who is so progressive and who ascended to the top of the ticket without winning a primary? But I'm certainly not her target audience. I didn't see that the would do what it did to the curb only months before the election. What did conservatives think we would achieve by forcing to finally scrutinize? I think some of us thought that focus would lead all the way to victory. But our gotcha moment was short-lived. Many, including me, did not think they would dump and choose because they did not let go when it could have. Populists outnumber anti-conservatives like me. So it wasn't even really a question. But if it had been possible, it's not something they would do. Republicans are often not as strategic or shrewd as progressives. One reason they is successful is because they have chutzpah where do not. They are ruthless where are loyal and forgiving. They are focused when hem and haw. They want victory now, not legacy later. Lead to legacies, after all. You know what might not lead to victory? Pitting an older, white male who is a convicted felon against a younger, energetic, progressive, and female. Conservatives have made out to be a far-left progressive who is too old and weak to serve effectively. Some of that is true, but he really isn't a far-left liberal. Conservatives slammed his tax policies, his college loan forgiveness program, and his program as utter failures. But compared with policies will look moderate. Harris appeals to who favor leftist rhetoric regarding inclusion and equality and progressive policies, such as eliminating private health insurance, imposing mandatory gun buyback programs, banning hydraulic fracturing for oil and gas, and opposing the hiring of more police officers. I love being a mom, but is horribly wrong about childless cat ladies. For conservatives, her sudden candidacy provides a chance to take a deep dive into her record, her ideas, and her policies. It's with her own ideas that we can show moderates and independents that a presidency would decrease the quality of life for most. Harris stands in stark contrast to conservative ideas and values. And her candidacy forces us to ask what a Harris presidency would mean for the future of our nation. Harris versus provides a clarifying moment for which direction do we really want to go. I complained about, but I can tell you now, a presidency would make the past 4 years look like a has been in charge.